So, a new software update just landed. In Canada, it's a big one because now your Tesla will stop at stop signs and traffic lights. All right, let's go for a drive. Yeah, there's a stop sign, but it's not on yet. So, will not stop if you don't have any of the autopilot features on. So, here we go. We're going to turn it on. All right, so let's go. So, again, it's not going to go over 40 right now. Because that's so it's telling us it's got a stop control sign coming at 40 meters. So, it doesn't even see it, but it knows it's there. So, it's going to stop in 200 meters. So it saw it pass the curb, so it's using that GPS update to figure out where these stop signs are. And here we go. And to continue, we're either going to use the accelerator, and we're going to get going. And it's going to go back up to 40. It's going to watch this pedestrian here. It's going to slow down for this pedestrian. Look at that. There you go. So again, stopping for the next 200. So you can also use the gear stalk to let it go. So this car's got it right away. Then we're going to give it the OK. And off we go. So here we're coming through our first traffic roundabout. So it's gonna, what it does is sometimes it's gonna stop, and then you're gonna have to OK it, make sure there's no cars. So it's not looking for the cars just yet, but it will stop. Oh, so I took over, kind of drifted into it. So not good on that one. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna activate the cruise control. See how we can go about. We can go over the limit with the cruise control just on, as long as auto steer is off. So we're gonna come up to a stoplight coming up shortly. I can see it in the distance. So one thing with driving with this for a bit is that when there's green lights, you have to OK it to proceed, which if you're not paying attention and you're not used to it or you forget, the car will slow down. So that might not be a good thing because traffic behind you might not realize you're about to stop. So again, it's looking for that confirmation with the green light right here. I can see there's no cars coming. It's already starting to slow down, I saw. So I've okayed it. Now another green light. So I can see now it's starting to slow down just now. So you gotta kind of okay it while you're kind of ahead of the intersection. Again, so it's slowing down for that car making the left turn. And it's proceeding through. Oh, here we are, a flashing red light. So let's see what it does with that. So right now it's kind of flashing both, but it's seeing the red. So it should come to a stop. Here we are, full stop on the red. So I'm going to OK it to proceed. And off we go. So one thing is also it won't turn. So right now, if you are making a turn, you got to turn your own. The autopilot's not capable of turning yet. I tried a few times, but every time it kind of like buggers up. It doesn't know what it's doing. It panics. So it makes you take over. So again, we have a green light here again. There's a car ahead of us, but it's going to start slowing down. So you want to give it the OK. There you go. So that's a pretty good improvement. I'm kind of liking this. All right, so we went in town a bit, get some stop lights, but I also want to try the stop signs and give you a roundabout. So right now, like I said, we're going uh, with the full autopilot on. Like I said, it's so we're gonna stop. So you can't go over the speed limit. So we'll stop, coming up to a stop sign, and it really stops really close to the line. Then we're gonna give it the OK, and it's gonna proceed. So I really do like how it takes the stop signs, because basically you come to a stop, and then you tell it uh, whether to go or not. With the stopped lights, it's a little confusing. Just because of the green lights, you have to acknowledge it, and you have to do it fairly ahead of time, just in case it does need to stop. It needs time, so you do have to give it the acknowledgement quickly, a fair bit ahead of time, which I don't like, because if you once you get closer to the intersection and there's something you see that you don't like and you want to stop, well, you obviously have the option of taking over, but uh, it'd be nice if the acknowledgement came a little more closer to the light. So right now the auto steer is on and it's handling those curves beautifully. We're going to come up to another stop sign in the up the hill here. Oh, watch out, squirrel. So another stop sign. And here, this one we're going to turn. So like I said, it's not going to handle the turn, so you got to take over. But the cruise control is still on. So what I'll do is I'll leave the cruise control on, because we're going to get to a roundabout, and I want to show you uh, how it handles the roundabouts. So we'll go 40. Oh, not sure what that was about. So it's seeing the stop for traffic control, 200 meters. So it's slowing down a bit. Not sure what's slowing down so fast, but we're almost there. So we're approaching. So it's gonna slow down. Basically, you gotta look for the cars, and then you give it the OK to go ahead. So then on the other side of the on the roundabout, it stops as well, so it thinks it's still in the intersection. Or it sees a stop sign for some reason. So we'll continue. We'll try the next one. There's one coming up again. So it says it's stopping. So give it the proceed. Here we have another one. So I'm not too sure if it's just the way it is, or it's getting confused because there's so many running in a row. I'll try this one here. So again, stopping at 75, 50 meters. So it's stopping way early. Then you're gonna give it the OK to go. And there you go. So now it sees a stop sign, it's gonna stop. Hopefully it stops because there's a pedestrian right there. There you go. So the roundabouts were okay. The one that's not so good is that it'll stop entering the roundabout. And those of you who are used to roundabouts, if there's no traffic, you're generally going through the roundabout without stopping. So that could be confusing to drivers behind you who are not expecting you to stop if there's no traffic. And the other weird part is that it kind of slows down on the outside of the traffic circle. Um, so I'm sure they'll work on that. Anyways, so overall, it's a good little system. And yeah, we'll look forward to keep using it and see if it gets better. All right.